It's not just burgers and hot dogs anymore. Now you can get a meal like this from the side of a truck. That means Toronto foodies don't need to go to a sit-down restaurant to get a gourmet meal. Food trucks have become a popular alternative. This year, a food truck in Vancouver won the People's Choice Award for Canada's Best New Restaurant. It was the only truck nominated among 34 restaurants across the country in En Route magazine. While cities like Vancouver and Montreal have a thriving food truck scene, Toronto seems to be lagging behind. There are currently 52 food trucks in the GTA. Usually you can find them in parking lots like the one right behind me, but it may be a while before they pull up to a curb near you. Food trucks don't have freedom when it comes to where they can vend, and many vendors have trouble finding legal locations to work. The current bylaw restricts food trucks to only parking in licensed lots, but that's not always where the most customers are. Nathan Turnbull operates the Food Dudes truck and wants to park in busier locations.
I would love to park wherever we can get to the customer quickest, like Nathan Phillips Square, any of these in the financial district, anywhere like on the street, close to where these office buildings are, where people are and where they're hungry. We want to be there.
Since food trucks are not in a permanent location, it's up to customers to find them. Trucks like Frankie Fettuccini use social media.
We use that to advertise our locations. Some are better than others. Obviously, the more foot traffic, the better the turnout's going to be.
Each truck must pay over $1,000 for an owner's license, and that's not the only fee. Workers must pay about $300 for a license of their own. On top of the cost to operate, permits are required to work in the cities they want to serve in. Food trucks also pay a percentage of their earning or a flat rate to the private property owners. But not everyone thinks parking along major city streets is a good idea. Some are worried about traffic flow. Others, like brick and mortar restaurants, are concerned that food trucks parked in front of their business will steal their customers.
But I have a feeling if people were checking our menu out front of our restaurant and could smell the sausage cooking, I'm sure that would probably have a substantial effect on our restaurant at that point.
Some food trucks disagree.
I don't think they have a right to keep us from developing our business. It's a free market. We should be able to compete with them.
Other trucks are open to compromise. The city is looking to agree on an acceptable distance between food trucks and restaurants, which could be anywhere between 25 to 100 meters.
I can see where the argument comes from, but for instance, I wouldn't pull up in front of an Italian restaurant and start vending. That's just common courtesy and common sense.
There are a lot of restrictions working against food trucks. The 2014 Street Food Review is trying to change that. A proposal has already been put forward to drop the refreshment vehicle license fee. The aim of the review is to create a balanced vending bylaw that encourages the street food experience.
It's a multicultural city. People are looking for a diversity of food experiences and a variety of food, and if the food trucks are a venue to provide those, that's great.
The City of Toronto also conducted a survey to get public feedback on possible changes. Most people want a better food truck experience.
We should have different varieties and definitely bring out the best of Toronto.
I think there should be more around Ryerson and UFT and more around student-based areas.
From August to October, a pilot project allowed 24 food trucks to park at 5 different city parks. The trucks didn't receive the business they were hoping for. The first draft of the review will be done in March. With the cold weather approaching, the food truck season is coming to an end. Vendors hope that by this time next year, they will have more places to park. Luszczyszyn, Ryerson TV News.